Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Before we get started, I want to share something important. This video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial, legal, or insurance advice. Everyone's situation is different, and the right life insurance plan depends on your personal needs, budget, health, family, and long-term goals. If you'd like a personalized review, need help understanding your options, or want to know the next step toward getting life insurance that's tailored to you, check the link in my bio. One of our team members can review your situation and help you explore a plan that best fits you and your family. Now, let's get started. When most people hear the words life insurance, they think it's just one product. But there are several types of life insurance, and each serves a different purpose. As both a nurse and a licensed insurance professional, I've seen how quickly life can change. An unexpected illness can impact not only your health but also your family's financial future. That's why understanding your options before you need them is so important. In this video, I'll explain the main types of life insurance in simple terms so you can better understand which option may be right for you. The two main types of life insurance. Life insurance generally falls into two main categories. The first is term life insurance. The second is permanent life insurance. Once you understand these two categories, the rest becomes much easier. Let's begin with term life insurance. What is term life insurance? Think of term life insurance as protection for a specific period of time. That period may be 10, 20, or 30 years, depending on the policy you choose. If you pass away during that term while your policy is active, your beneficiaries may receive the death benefit according to the policy's terms. Many families choose term life because it protects them during the years when they have the greatest financial responsibilities. Maybe you're raising children, paying a mortgage, building your career, or replacing income to help protect your family's lifestyle. Because term life covers a specific period instead of your entire lifetime, it's generally more affordable than permanent life insurance. That's why it's often a great starting point for young families and individuals looking for substantial protection at a lower monthly cost. Living benefits. Now here's something many people don't know. Some term life insurance policies include living benefits riders. Most people think life insurance only helps after someone passes away, but certain policies may also provide benefits while you're still alive. Depending on the policy and if you meet the qualifying requirements, you may be able to access a portion of your death benefit if you're diagnosed with a qualifying critical, chronic, or terminal illness. Those funds may help with medical bills, mortgage payments, household expenses, caregiving costs, or replacing income if you're unable to work. As a nurse, I've seen firsthand how quickly a serious illness can create financial stress. Even with health insurance, families often face deductibles, co-pays, travel expenses, and lost income from missed work. Living benefits may provide valuable financial support during one of life's most difficult seasons, depending on the policy and eligibility requirements. That's why it's important to ask not only, do I have life insurance, but also, what does my life insurance actually cover? What happens when the term ends? Another common question is what happens when a term policy expires? The answer depends on the policy. Some policies simply end. Others may allow you to renew your coverage or convert it to a permanent life insurance policy depending on the policy's provisions. Understanding those options before purchasing a policy can help you avoid surprises later. Permanent life insurance. Now let's look at the second major category, permanent life insurance. Unlike term life, permanent life insurance is designed to provide coverage for your entire life, as long as the policy remains active. Many permanent policies also include a cash value component that may grow over time according to the policy's terms. There are several different types of permanent life insurance, and each one works a little differently. Let's look at each one individually. Whole life insurance. Let's start with whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is designed to provide coverage for your entire life, as long as the policy remains active and the required premiums are paid. One of its biggest advantages is that it offers predictable premiums, and many policies also build cash value over time according to the policy's terms. Depending on the policy, you may be able to borrow against or access that cash value, although doing so can reduce your cash value and death benefit. Because whole life provides lifelong coverage and may build cash value, it generally costs more than term life insurance, making it a good option for people looking for long-term financial protection. Universal life insurance. The next type is universal life insurance. Universal life offers more flexibility than whole life. Depending on the policy, you may be able to adjust your premium payments or even your death benefit as your financial situation changes. That flexibility can be helpful during different stages of life. However, it's important to understand that the policy must maintain enough value to cover its ongoing costs. If it doesn't, additional premiums may be needed to keep the policy active. For that reason, it's a good idea to review a universal life policy regularly to make sure it continues to meet your financial goals. Indexed Universal Life Insurance, IUL. Another option is Indexed Universal Life Insurance, or IUL. This type of policy allows the cash value to grow based in part on the performance of a market index, such as the S&P 500. A common misconception is that your money is invested directly in the stock market. That's not how an IUL works. Instead, the insurance company credits interest according to a formula tied to the index, subject to policy caps, participation rates, and other limitations. This means your cash value has growth potential, but that growth is limited by the terms of the policy. An IUL may be a good fit for some individuals, but it's important to understand how interest is credited and what is guaranteed before making a decision. Variable Universal Life Insurance. The final type is Variable Universal Life Insurance. This policy allows the cash value to be allocated among investment-related accounts. Because those accounts are linked to market performance, the cash value can increase, but it can also decrease. That means Variable Universal Life carries more investment risk than other permanent life insurance policies. For some people who are comfortable with market fluctuations and have long-term financial goals, it may be an appropriate option. However, it's important to understand both the potential rewards and the risks before purchasing this type of policy. Which policy is right for you? So, which type of life insurance is the best? The honest answer is, it depends. The right policy should fit your life, not someone else's. Factors to consider include your age, your health, your monthly budget, your income, your family responsibilities, your debts, your long-term financial goals. For many young families, term life insurance provides affordable protection during their highest need years. Others may prefer permanent life insurance because they want lifelong coverage or the potential to build cash value. In some situations, people choose to own both. That's why there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Questions you should ask. Before purchasing any life insurance policy, make sure you ask questions such as, is this policy temporary or permanent? Are my premiums guaranteed? Does this policy include living benefits? What illnesses qualify? How would using living benefits affect my death benefit? Does this policy build cash value? What fees, limitations, or policy conditions should I understand? A good insurance professional should be able to answer these questions clearly so you understand exactly what you're buying. My perspective as a nurse. Working in healthcare has taught me that life can change without warning. I've cared for patients who expected a routine doctor's visit and instead received life-changing news. I've seen families dealing with medical treatments while also worrying about paying everyday bills. Those experiences reinforced something I strongly believe. Financial preparation isn't about expecting the worst. It's about giving yourself and your family options if the unexpected happens. Having the right protection in place won't remove the emotional challenges of a serious illness or loss, but it may reduce the financial burden during an already difficult time. That's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about educating people on life insurance. Final thoughts. The most important thing to remember is that there's no one-size-fits-all life insurance policy. The right choice depends on your health, budget, family responsibilities, and long-term financial goals. The more you understand your options today, the better prepared you'll be to make informed decisions for yourself and the people you love. If you'd like help reviewing your options or finding a policy that fits your needs, check the link in my bio. Our team would be happy to guide you through the process. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped simplify the different types of life insurance and gave you a better understanding of how they work. If you'd like a personalized review, have questions about your current coverage, or want help finding a policy that's right for you, check the link in my bio. One of our team members would be happy to review your situation and help you explore the options that best fit your needs and your family's goals. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from learning more about life insurance. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.